जय जय जगद्गुरुदेव जय जय कामाक्षि जयाद्रिसते जय जय महेशदयिते जय जय चिद्गगनकौमुदी धारे. Namaskaram everyone. So today we are going into the third day of lectures on Ramayana. So before that I will quickly summarize what Guru Garu talked about the previous day. So in the previous day we had our first real entry into discussing the characters and the different dharmas that they embody and exemplify to us. So the first actually topic that we talked about, the first issue that Guru Garu told us was that in Ramayana, even the small characters, even the characters that don't have a very important role in the story, as big a role as Sita, Hanuman, or Sugriva, even the small ones like Jatayu, Sharabhanga, these other characters that do not come up much, they too are portrayed in a very dharmic way. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Then when it comes to relationships, the first dharma that we talked about is Pitra Dharma. So the way that Ramachandra looked after his father, looked after his mothers, the respect that he showed towards them. But we spent a lot of time on the Bhratra Dharma, so on the Dharma that exists between brothers. And it was very interesting because we saw that Rama follows Bhratra Dharma, and we also see that Lakshmana follows this brotherly conduct. But they both follow Dharma, but they do it in different ways. Rama is a very balanced individual, and Guru Garu very nicely said, "Bahif pranaiva paraha." So he viewed Lakshmana like a life that was, a second life to him, his second jivita. So Rama had that much affection towards Lakshmana, and Lakshmana too had that much affection towards Rama, but his way of showing it was different. He's a bit more harsh, a bit more quick to anger, but all of that comes only from his love to Rama. So Guru Garu told us how the both of them followed the Bhratra Dharma. They both had their own personalities come out in the way that they followed the Dharma too. After that, Guru Garu then told us quickly about the way that Rama had Dharma Chintana, Dharma Tatparata. So when he was just a boy, about 14, 15 years old, after he had gotten all these, mighty, powerful astras from Vishwamitra, he went for Tataka Vadha. He was supposed to kill Tataka because she was disturbing a yajna that Vishwamitra was doing. And there Guru Garu very nicely took us through the different sequences. So when Rama first sees Tataka, Vishwamitra tells him to kill her. And Rama says, "Yes, I will follow what you say because my father told me to listen to what you say, and because he promised that in the middle of the sabha." So first Rama says this, but then he also does his own contemplation about whether it is right to kill a Stri or not, because Stri Vadha is prohibited. So he even says to Lakshmana, "I will just drive her away for now. I will try to ward her off and drive her away, make her flee, and I do not wish to kill her." But then again, so he hits her on her hands, he cuts her hands off, he cuts her legs off, he wounds her, but she still keeps attacking. So at that point, Vishwamitra reminds him again that he needs to kill her, that her being a Stri would give her protection, but in this case, because she is completely doing adharma, she should be killed. So then Rama decides that because there is no other way, and because Vishwamitra also said again, he then kills Tataka. So the point of the story, or the point of the sequence, is to show that even at that young age, even having all the power that he had, Rama still had the self-control and interest in dharma to not just kill Tataka as soon as Vishwamitra told him to. So that was one of the main topics that we talked about yesterday. So that was generally the summary, and I'd request.
I'll request Vijayaji, please go ahead.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Namaskaraha. So the first thing yesterday that he said was Trikarana Shuddhi, which means that is Rama, even though he's always portrayed as a Nara or Manushya, it is through that Manushyatva that Devatva is attained. And so we must all aspire to get to be, at least to be, strive towards that. And for that, he also said that Rama has Trikarana Shuddhi, which is thought, word, and deed. All of these should have Shuddha. And then the other thing is, he also said that our indriyas are like horses and we must control them. So that quality that Rama had for indriyas means sense organs. The sense organs, controlling the sense organs is known as the samyama, or the controlling, the sense control that Rama exhibited. So he gave 3 examples for all through. So everywhere, in terms of with Dasharatha, even at the time of banishment, he chooses to speak very, very carefully every word, and he even has at a point of time he had to correct Dasharatha, who said, "You can arrest me, you can stop me from carrying out this boon of Kaikeyi." At that time also Rama said, "No, that is not your dharma, that is not my dharma, so we should follow that." That was one place. The second thing he said was then the interaction between the brothers. The third, more important, the beautiful points he brought about was in the Strivada. That is how you should not kill a Stri is part of our Dharma Shastra. And in our Shastra, he says that in place of a vada, you can do a disfigurement, and that itself constitutes that the punishment. So there he exhibit, even though he had all the divyastras, and he said the bala and atibala mantras that Vishwamitra gave, and Vishwamitra himself, such a great person as Vishwamitra, recognized him as a Mahatma or a great person. So this is the kind of Rama that we must understand. And then I will stop with this. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night,
Good day to all. Good day. Yes. Mangalam Kausalendraya Mahaniya Gunatmane Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam.